So it's like tinted, but it's not bright enough. It's not red. It's not dark red. My whole edges were stained. I had to scrub this off. I looked like a maniac. And now I look even crazier. My hair is over processed. I don't even know what to do with this at this point. Now I'm banned for saying I had a bad experience and asking for a refund. Like, when I tell y'all, y'all know me. I'm not confrontational. I'm not messy. So my tone was literally calm the whole time. No one deserves this experience. I'm tired of these experiences happening all over Atlanta. I don't know where y'all live, but I'm tired of these experiences happening and nobody's saying anything. So everyone's just willy-nilly going with it. And I don't want the same thing to happen to y'all. Hey NAYvy, so I'm here looking like a maniac, and never would I ever usually get on here looking like this or feeling the need to do so, but today I do, for many reasons. Y'all can see the title, so you probably already have an idea of where we're going with this, but I just got back from the Paul Mitchell School of Cosmetology. And there's no better time to explain my whole entire experience because it has been horrible. Like, when I say this was like a hair horror story, and I don't even usually come on to my social media and my platforms like exposing places and like talking mess. If I have bad experiences, I usually just roll with the punches and learn my lesson, not going back and move on. But honestly, this has to be like, this needs to be talked about, because even before I even went to get my hair done, I tried to look up to get like some like insight from somebody else who has gone before or got their hair styled or done with them before, and there was like nothing out there to even get a feel for it. So I really took a chance with this, and it's the worst chance I have ever taken in my life, y'all. Like, y'all don't even understand. On top of that, the last time I had a really bad hair experience, I was wishing that I told somebody to save someone from the trouble for like months after. I was like, I should have just like said something, and not in a spiteful way, not in a messy way, but just to spread the word of like, don't waste your money, don't waste your time, don't even bother. This is what's going on out here. So here I am right now to tell you guys, do not go to the Paul Mitchell School. Do you see how I look right now? Let's talk about everything from beginning to end, because this was day 2 of me leaving there. And from the beginning, from yesterday to today, was just a disaster. Like, I've gone through every emotion, from trying to deal with it, to anger, to crying multiple times, to all of that. And it's just like, why are y'all playing in people's hair? Like, long story short, we're gonna try to just knock this out, because I'm not here to ramble. I'm here to just warn everyone, fair warning, and just let you guys know, cutthroat, how this all went. Long story short, and I'll insert pictures or whatever to kind of make it make sense more. But I wanted to dye my hair. I've been like, dang, I want like a deep red. I want my red back for the summertime. So I'm like, let me just do it. Didn't have a color specialist or anyone to really go to, so I'm like, let me try the Paul Mitchell School, because I've heard if you go to these like cosmetology schools, they're like in training, which you sign a paper before you get it done, basically saying that these are students and they're not professionals yet. So I did sign that paper, so I was aware. But from like word of mouth, it's like, yeah, they have like discounted prices as well. So I'm all for like supporting and like people to chase their dreams and, you know, put what they're learning into the works. So I went yesterday to get my hair colored, right? My hair was black. I went, they had assigned me to a student, and I picked phase 2. I guess that's like a higher level. They're closer to graduating. So I was like, okay, I felt more comfortable with this. And I'm like, how bad could it be? Because I dye my hair all the time, right? So I'm like, how bad can it be? Like, they're literally learning this. They're in school for this. So let's give it a shot. Basically, they do the consultation beforehand. I had pictures. I'll show y'all the color that I was trying to get, the look that I was trying to go for. But they had like 3 different people looking at my hair and trying to explain what color I am. They're like, what color I want. They're like, okay, so you're going for like a maroon type of with violet little peaks, like just trying to explain. I'm like, girl, I just want like deep red. Like I just want like a dark red. Like I'm showing you the picture. I don't know how else to explain it, but y'all are supposed to be the ones who does the mixture and everything. The whole time it's just like me trying to basically help them achieve this right color, because they're like talking it through. You know how you over share and you over speak out of like nervousness, or like to make it for like reassurance, but it's like I can tell you don't really know what you're doing. So the guy that did my hair, it was already obvious through conversation that he doesn't really deal with like textured like natural hair like that. You could already tell. Like y'all know I used to be a natural hair like I do this. Like I could have dyed my hair myself, but I'm lazy, didn't feel like doing it. So anyways, I was already talking to him through some of that, the health of my hair. And also, y'all know with lupus, I'm very sensitive about my hair. Like that's one thing I don't play about. So already off the rip, I'm like, okay, taking a chance here. Basically, he bleached my hair. I wanted a dark red. My hair was black. So he lifted it. And he was going slow the whole time. He started in the middle, then he went back and tried to do the ends, and then he went back and did the roots, and the ends weren't lifting as bright as the top, so he went back in with 30 level instead of 20 level developer, and basically just playing in my hair, and in the middle of it asking the directors like, what do you think about this, how do you think, like asking about the process. Like I am the client in the chair and you're making me nervous by showing that you don't know what you're doing. So at this point, it got to the point where he left to go make the mixture while this stuff is like just in my hair. Like I'm waiting for the next step, because even after he bleached it to blonde, which was looking crazy, I had to get it, according to their process, dyed again permanently with a burgundy color. So by the time he finished the blonde, the dye was sitting on my hair for over an hour. So I'm like, okay, it's tingling. It was tingling, but now it's burning. So go ahead and wash it out. He tried to be like, well, I think it just needs like 10 more minutes. Like, what do you think about? No. Rinse it out, because I know my hair, it's literally being damaged more and more as we speak. Just like rinse it out. And it was literally bright at this point. Like I'm seeing how bright it is. And there's no way to get it even at this point, because you did it wrong. Like you did it backwards. Cool. So he rinses it out, puts the color on. Long story short, it's a dark color. It's not what I wanted, but I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not confrontational. I'm not even going to start nothing. It's not what I wanted. I couldn't do anything with it because it's not that red that you can do a protective style with, because they don't have that color in the store in braiding hair. But it wasn't even red. Like it was like off black with like tint. So I'm like, wow, I'm in a worse position than when I came. Like I can't use black hair to do protective styles. It's not a look. Like it's not even what I asked for after being here for 4+ hours. It's not, I can't do anything. I'm in a worse position than when I came. So I was pissed, but I'm like, you know what? Forget it. Move on. Don't come back. Like they didn't know what they were doing. Horrible experience. So many different people basically playing in my hair. The people next to me were like, literally, if y'all could experience this, it was crazy. Like they're asking what to do while trying to do this girl next to me's hair. Like they're literally in training is what's going on here. Okay. So I paid my little, it was nothing. It was like what, 55 for the color. Granted, it took my whole day, but I'm like, okay, whatever, I'm not going to come back. But everything was just so wrong, and I was just so pissed that it's like, I'm in a worse position. Like, that didn't even make sense for me to, like, I can't just walk out and act like I had a good experience, because like I'm over here so mad. Like, and I came home and it was leaking on my fingers. Like that's what I was trying to avoid. Like everything that I was trying to avoid and I expressed to them, they reassured me that it wouldn't happen, and it did. So once I got home and I re-washed my hair to make it look presentable, and it was like leaking like pink, I'm like, okay, let me call and go back and see, or see if what they can do to like resolve this. Spoke to the director. He's told me I can come back. He can fix it, and he can come back, and I can he can reassess it and get me right. It's always the get me right. It's always the I'm gonna get you right. All that. So I go back today, explain all of this, my experience, show pictures, blah 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 blah. They're going through the whole process again. He tried to get another one of the students to do it after he assessed me. I said, you're doing it right, because I had more trust in him. Long story short, they act like they know what they're talking about. They put the dye in my hair. He is speeding through it, but which is fine with me, because yesterday the other girl was the opposite. He took forever speeding through it. It comes out like this. I'm like, okay, I'm in the same position. So it's like tinted, but it's not bright enough. It's not red. It's not dark red. My whole edges were stained. I had to scrub this off, all the peroxide. I used something to scrub off the stains. I looked like a maniac. So, and now I look even crazier. My hair is over processed. I can't do anything with this. I don't even want to put another dye over this, even if it's black, because I'm scared my hair is going to fall off. Like, I don't even know what to do with this at this point. So I basically expressed, I'm just going to go. Like, I was like, this is not what I wanted. This is not, it doesn't look like it. I look the same as when I came back yesterday, if not worse. And they're just like, all these people looking, they're like, well, if you look in the light, see, it just has to be dry. You just have to dry it. Hold on, let me dry it. It's because it's not dry. It's because it's still wet. It's going to get lighter. If you look in this, if you tilt it, if you look in the light right here. I said, I don't want to do all that. I'm like, I see what you're trying to get at. And y'all are trying to like not put it on yourselves that it didn't come out right. But just be honest. I think that's my main thing. Like, just be honest with the fact that it's just, I mean, like, I'm honest with you saying this just isn't the results that I wanted. I was like, I'll figure it out at home. Except the fact that you did it wrong. The results didn't come out right. And stick up to that. But don't try to like big it up. And I understand this is your business or whatever. But just be honest about it. I love a good transparency moment. You get what I'm saying? So, and also it came to the point where people were like discrediting my experience. So if I'm coming to you saying like this was just a bad experience and you know I'll just figure it out, like not even having an attitude, just saying I'll figure it out on my own, but I'm just gonna go now. Like let me just get out of y'all's hair, no pun intended. Like let me just go because it's just I'm telling you this isn't what I wanted. You see the picture. I'm like let's not act like we're all blind here. And so I go to the front and then I'm like, I don't even feel comfortable paying that little $55 that I paid. Like, I didn't even get nearly close to what I wanted. Like, you told me you could accommodate for the shortcomings and that didn't happen. Like, so basically I paid the first day. And so at this point, and the other thing about this school is that it's not professional. It's not giving professional. It's all these people lingering around in the conversation, looking, asking, 10 different people asking me what's going on while they doing my hair. Everyone's gossiping, all this crazy stuff. I'm like, I'm just ready to go. So I'm asking for a refund. Basically, they saying they can't give me one. And the fact that, now don't get me wrong, y'all. This part is what pisses me off, but it's a certain reason why, and I'm gonna tell you guys. They had this lady come over, a woman who's not of color, right? She does the whole don't talk to me a certain way. That pisses me off. Like, she does, the whole tone was throwing me off.
Well, what's wrong with it? It looks, you can see it. It looks nice to me. Like, what's wrong with it? That's a maroon. I see the violet tints in it.
Okay, but it's not what I asked for, ma'am. Like, this wasn't what I was asking for. I can show you the picture again if you want. But then she further continues to say that I can't get a refund. But it was the tone. It was like,
yeah, ma'am, I'm sorry, but we don't do refunds, so.
It's like that sarcastic, like condescending tone. That was like whatever. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Forget it. Forget the refund. It was whatever. It was barely anything. But I just thought y'all would accommodate because customers matter, right? Cool. And it's the health of my hair. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Here, just validate the parking and I will be gone. I'll be gone. They validate my parking. Everyone, I'm talking it's like 10 people in the front just linger around. My camera just died. But yeah, so everyone's just there because it's like if you don't have anyone to work on, they're either somewhere on their phones, coming back and forth, looking, like learning, which I get, it's a school. So some people are just like looking over your shoulder, watching the process, asking questions. But it's like when the student who's doing your hair is asking questions while they're doing it, it's like, okay, maybe I should just get up and go. So honestly, they lucky I didn't just like leave midway through. I'm literally giving grace this whole experience, day 1 and day 2, because I'm like, at least I'll possibly get what I like, the look, at least. Even if my hair is damaged, at least I'll get the look. Didn't even get that. So anyways, this lady, everyone's up there, like 10 to 15 people just like chiming in the conversation, looking, commenting, and she's like, ma'am, I'm sorry, I hate to tell you, you're not allowed here anymore. So I'm like, ma'am, I hate to tell you, I didn't plan to be back, but okay, that's fine. Like, it was just that whole situation. So now I'm banned. Now I'm banned for saying I had a bad experience and asking for a refund. Like, when I tell y'all, y'all know me. I'm not confrontational. I'm not messy. So my tone was literally calm the whole time. I just said, I had a bad experience. Can I get a refund? Like, now 2 of my days have gone. Didn't get what I want. Spent my money. I'm in a worse position than I came in. Like, everything was just bad. So, of course, I'm irritated. But It was no disrespect. It was nothing. It was just, and then some other girl in the front chimed in like, no, you won't be back. Like, it was just so messy and ghetto and a hot mess. And basically, I literally left I had made some phone calls and stuff, and I was like literally frustrated and crying, like crying out of frustration. And I'm like, no one does. That's the only reason why I'm even sharing this with you guys, because no one deserves this experience. I'm tired of these experiences happening all over Atlanta. I don't know where y'all live, but I'm tired of these experiences happening and nobody's saying anything. So everyone's just willy-nilly going with it, and I don't want the same thing to happen to y'all. Just after watching this, save your time, pay the money, pay the extra money. Do it yourself, because you would think there's a certain level of expertise, but to be honest, I could have done it myself and got the results that I wanted and saved the health of my hair. And the reason why I was crying out of frustration is because y'all know my journey with my hair. Like, with lupus and everything, I just got my hair at a good length, healthy, and I walk out like this, and now it's all literally just a mess. I can't do anything with this, so I'm probably gonna have to dye it back black. I don't even know. I don't know what's next. I don't even want to think about it right now. My forehead is still stained. They got color all on me. It's just a mess. I don't even want to deal with it anymore. I thought I was going to have a deep red, cute look. No, it's just brittle, a mess, and tinted, and I can't do anything with it. So, moral of the story, save your time, save your money, learn from my experience. Once again, I'm just in the heat of the moment right now. Whatever, I'll be over it at some point, but it needs to be talked about how unprofessional they were as well, because if y'all could only have been there to witness it, like, my story that I'm sharing right now, there's no exaggeration in how things played out. So it's just like, okay, that's fine, baby. I wasn't gonna come back. Like, that was not an issue. But everyone needs to know, don't even come here for a first time experience, because there's no guarantee that you will be walking out satisfied. So that's what I was here to say. I feel like this ended up being dragged out anyways, but there was so much that went into it. But yeah, very unhappy customer. I should have just followed my instincts and not even went to begin with, and just found a color specialist worth the time and money to get me satisfied results. But what happened happened. It is what it is. I'm just here to help you guys. So let me know your comments below if you've had an experience similar. Let me know where else to avoid, because now you guys know, because once I was looking on the internet, no one spoke on their experience here. So this is mine. And yeah, I will talk to you guys later, hopefully in better spirits with a better hairstyle. Goodbye, Navy.